Yo, yo, yo. Did you guys miss me? Because I miss all of you guys. Dude, you know I'm down bad when I'm sitting over here at a wedding thinking to myself, you know what? 10 songs in, dancing, dance to 10 songs, you know? I just want to chill, check my phone, and I look and it's about the time we'd be streaming. I'm like, oh, nice. Man, I could really go for some just, Mumbo, how do you grind the lib from Footmaster over and over again? That's the thing I miss the most, I think. Is people asking how to grind the lib. Because, again, this is the third wedding I've been to this summer. I'll have to ask at the next one I go to, which is in a couple weeks. Nobody at the weddings knows what the Libertador is. And trying to explain to them, like, you guys will get this, why I should be bidding on rare gold lib cards and flipping them for profit as we make unlimited player picks. They don't get it, man. But you guys will. Yeah, that is going to be the topic for today. If you guys want to grind, it is the pin video how to grind the 82 plus player picks. We are mass bidding on lib golds, flipping them for profit, and then doing some BPM to the triple upgrade things. So we're going to do a bunch of player picks today. But most importantly, how have you guys been? Adam, Nikolay, Benjamin, Beak, Claps, Firkin. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I will be gone next weekend as well. I will have a stream Friday. I will have a stream Saturday. It'll just be a shorter one on Friday, and probably later on Sunday, potentially when I get back. So no stream Saturday next week, but we are back to our grind for kind of the rest of FIFA. Do we know if we're going to have repeatable 85 times 10 on Monday? Is that looking likely? Or has anything been leaked? Mumbo, can you leak a tutorial on how to buy FIFA points on FIFA 23? You know, there's this really cool feature that EA added. It just automatically takes $1 million out of your bank account. That's something they're trying out. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we only need 6 golds, right? Yeah. But no, dudes, how have you been? How is the FIFA grind? I saw on Friday that they had to delay the release of the quote-unquote promo because they messed it up like 5 minutes before it was supposed to go live. But it looked like they got it figured out. Good weekend, but I think my mood will be at all-time low tomorrow. Dudes, what are we saying? Man U, Liverpool. What's the score we're thinking? Was good, so good. I nutmegged him and scored, and I know I got in, though. Their team, I have 5 practic on my team and 2 practic on their team, and also match days in gym. Brother, I'm going to keep it 100. I don't know what half that said, but we're going to go with it. Footmaster, what's up, buddy? Rip grindable content. You can grind the player picks pretty easily, but it's not what we want at this time of year. $3-0? 3-0 who? Liverpool or United? By the way, when does Casemiro get registered? Can he play by Monday? It's obvious? I don't know. You tell me. I don't think it's obvious. You ain't playing the Liverpool game? (3-1) Liverpool. What time is the game at tomorrow? I need to make sure I can see it so I can take my lunch break during one of the halves. EPL. It's right after 6, right? It's like 6:30 UK time. Ish. 7 UK time. 2 hours after content. Dude, honestly, content is the best way to put anything. Alright, we're going to chuck all these up right now. And then we're going to make some common golds, because I think we're low on common golds in our club. We'll just keep running through player picks. We'll do two triple upgrades, player pick. 2 triple upgrades, player pick. Pre-ordered by 98 Nunez. Dude, that Nunez looks sick. I don't know if I'm going to do him because he doesn't fit anywhere in my squad. For what I currently have. I could make it work, but I don't know. I would rather at this point when I'm not even playing the game, play with players that I like. And yeah. For those of you doing him, though, he does look sick. Erickson looks sicker. Junior, what's up, buddy? Alright, did you guys get anything good in your 85 times 10s today? RIP to you who opened them on Friday. Add new content. I have school and much practice and match. So sorry if I'm not here so much. You're good, buddy. Yeah, dudes. Public service announcement to this community. If it is summer for you, and summer's wrapping up, school's starting, football's starting back up, whatever you got going on, remember, those take priority over this and FIFA. So make sure you guys get that stuff taken care of. If you fit in FIFA, you have all your other stuff you're doing, and you can't make it to streams, don't worry about it. If you miss them, I appreciate it, but you got to take care of those IRL responsibilities first. We'll always be here. Might not be the most friendly time for you UK people, but it's the earliest we can do during the week is around this time. Open store packs. What do we got in the store? Untradeable pack. 83 plus times 5. No, we did that already. There's nothing else in there. Unless I'm doing a seasonal bundle. I'm not touching that seasonal bundle. Yeah, we did it yesterday. We didn't get anything good. It was absolutely trash. In my opinion. Store packs are awful. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do common goals with the rest. Yeah, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Player picks are fun to open up, but I would rather be doing an 85 times 10 repeatable right about now. If we don't get it Monday, I am actually going to be very upset. Because what? We'll be now officially towards the end of August. We're going to be getting towards the start of September. What's stopping them? This one squad off the icon pick earlier and got logged out of my account. I can't back into it. Really? Mumbo Gold method isn't the same as it was last week because of the new batch of players added, but it's still effective. Yeah, I was doing a little bit of the gold pack method earlier today and throughout the weekend a little bit. Wasn't liking it as much. However, I think once we get the 85 times 10 repeatable, I think there's going to be a lot of common golds and rare golds that will hold a certain amount of value no matter what. Just because people will be buying out like 80 pluses to finish out their 85 times 10 teams. They'll do like a bunch of their 85 to 88 rare golds. They'll do their 90 plus special cards, and then they'll throw in some crappy 80 plus players to get it finished. So I'm hoping that'd be a fun time to do it. But then again, the second we get repeatable 85 times 10s, I think that's what most people are doing. Do the daily SBC, you get an 84 plus player pick and an 85 times 5. Did I miss something? Let's take a look. So I did... Oh, I still need to do them. Here's the warm-up. Just fill with a bunch of random bronzes. By the way, if you guys did bronze pack method, was it Saturday morning? Saturday afternoon? It was crazy. Oh, no, new content. New content yesterday. Every single bronze card was going for 300 plus. That was a mad market. It was beautiful. Yeah. I made like almost 200K just selling stuff. My issue was I couldn't sell stuff quick enough. Or I couldn't put the price in quick enough. I was sitting in my hotel room going back and forth. Trying to list cards, open packs, list cards, open packs. Alright. What are we saying we're getting out of this one? There are 500 plus when the preseason actually dropped? Yeah. Crazy. Alright. 1 of 3, 84 plus. Is this actually going to be good? 92 max? I mean, I'll take an 87 for 11 bronzes. I can't complain. But there's way better out there. For sure. But yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to smack the like button, dudes. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes, dudes. We're 2 off. If you guys are new as well, feel free to subscribe. Ooh, 85 plus times 5. The bronzes are over 400 now. Wait, all bronzes, like common bronzes too? Or just rares? I must have missed these, man. Yeah, you guys were telling me, but I thought it was a different SBC. I didn't think it was the objective. Alright, what can we put this into? We need... Here. Can we do a Salah team? We'll chuck him in. I got a lot of decently high fodder recently, which is nice. Don't know what I'm going to do with it all, but it's there. Alright, what else can we put in? We'd probably go for a lower. And by lower, I mean low 90s. Team of the season will probably get us. There we go. Alright, we'll do that. All. Okay, we'll have to do some BPM then as well. Alright, let's do the rare players pack first, and then we'll do the other two. Is gold pack method still working? You can try it. It's not going to be as good as it has been. Always just kind of check common gold prices and rare gold prices to get an idea of if it's going to be good or not. Coins. We'll take the coins. I'll take the coins. I don't think you need gold pack method right now. I was bored, so you did an icon pack and you got Butra. I can go low for you. Alright. Let me hit record for this just in case we pack something good. Alright. Alright, dudes, we have 285 plus times 5 packs. Let me know what you think we're going to get out of this. We're going to open it up, and anything that we get fodder-wise is going into Salah, but could we get a Ronaldo? We got, we don't need a Nuno. We'll take that. I'm just going to quick sell it. You didn't see that. All right, second one. I don't know why I thought that was Messi. Doesn't Messi have his shapeshifter out? I'd say pretty poor. I don't know about you guys. Bang average, maybe? He's in packs as a gold. Oh. Dude, I cannot keep up with Messi and Ronaldo, what they are. If I see Portuguese, or if I see the Argentinian flag, I automatically assume it's them. And if it's Brazil, it's Vinny or Neymar. What's the BPM fodder method? Bronze pack method into the triple upgrade would be the BPM method. If you want to see how I'd recommend grinding the player picks, it is our pinned video in chat, buddy. What's wrong with average? Nothing. I think average is good. I think actually slightly below average or smaller than average is good too. Have they made these repeatable? Yes. They have indeed made these. Dude. Why does bronze packs want me to do bronze packs this late in the year? It's like every time I take a break from bronze pack method, they do stupid stuff like this. Just give me the best stuff. Jeez. I mean, I'll settle for that pack. And people think BPM's boring. It is, don't get me wrong, but Manny is a class keeper. Yeah, dudes, how do you feel? An American player and an American coach just absolutely took over the Premier League today. I vote that Leeds from this point on just gets Americans and make the full team American and see how they do. Are the 85 times 10s repeatable? No, 85 times 10s are not repeatable. 85 times 10s would be the objective you get for doing the daily challenge. So make sure you're doing your daily warm-up. Steven! What's up, buddy? Oh! Also, too, Sunderland won today. Or not today, yesterday. Gonna be a hard week against Norwich, but hopefully we can get points there. How did everyone else fare out? Dude, Newcastle and City, that was a crazy game. We got United versus Liverpool tomorrow. Leeds obviously decimated Chelsea. Yeah. Tyler Adams. Love Tyler Adams. Did fantastic in my opinion. For the parts of the game that I saw, he did a fantastic job breaking down the Chelsea attack. Made them look very poor. Any tips to stop smelling bad? I don't know if people who play video games know this, but you can take a shower. It's not optional. It's highly recommended. Occasionally, right? So maybe go from once a month to twice a month and see how that works. Stop naming random Americans. Random Americans? Random? Alright. Name some random Romanians right now. Mom wanted me to take a shower for the first time in 23 days. She is so annoying. Dude, I feel it, man. Andrew Tate. Footballers, alright? Alright, time for another player pick, dudes. Let's see how this goes. Do we have... Oh, we don't have enough comments, do we? We need another triple. Played Foot Champs for my one friend. I played 11 games, and the other won 5 games, and my chair and shirt were wet. Oh. Oh, that's disgusting. You are the definition of a sweaty player, my dude. That is maybe look into an AC. Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you there. That's it's kind of disgusting. All right, what do we need in here to get cab? Can we chuck in? Throw in an American when in doubt. Hello, what's up, bud? How we doing today? I need help. I'm 1 foot birthday player away from Mendy, but they are extinct. You should snipe them when they're extinct, is what you should do. On the 30th, I make my first start for the under 19 and for the under 16 first season game, and we're already for fight. Nice. Did you see that United States men's team beat the U19 men's American team beat the U19 England team? I think this was like a month ago. Can you guys from England explain what happened there? U19, wow. But hey, we're talking about youth players, man, right? This is the future of the sport. This is the future of football. Why are a bunch of no skill Americans doing that? It doesn't make sense. Do an 85 plus times 10, please. I would if I could, buddy. Yeah, dude, Americans know how to shoot, that's for sure. Original. Good one. Do you think the new icon pick is worth it? I don't think any of the icons are worth it, to be honest. Think of it like this. If you wanted to grind any of the ones out, you have the ability to do so. If you don't want a Pele, if you don't want an R9, a Ronaldinho, any of those guys, that is your loss. But I don't think it's worth taking the risk to try to get one when majority of those packs are crap anyways. Adam, what's up, man? Are the 82 plus player picks for me? They're decent. They're not crazy. Nothing to write home about, but gets the job done. Ireland is the future of football. Facts. I heard you're a fan of Adolf Hitler. Why are we doing this again? Why are we just mods? Can we not, please? Why are we just making stuff up? I can't believe we drew to Newcastle. Can't believe Newcastle drew to City. As a Sunderland fan who very much doesn't like Newcastle, they were dominating you guys. Who are my top picks so far? I think I got a team of the season on the way home today. Nothing crazy yet. We have to spam a bunch today still. So, we'll see how that goes. I think what I'm going to do right now, I don't know what's going on with pricing. Let's, actually, you know what? What are common golds going for right now? Should I just mass bid on common golds? And do a bunch of player picks right now? Not really care about profit? $450. All right, so maybe we max bid $350. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a bunch of player picks for you guys on stream today. Don't worry about the coins. If we go down, we go down. We'll do some trading and building off the stream. But I'd highly recommend you guys right now. BPM is printing coins. All right. You need coins. I'd try some BPM. Priority your 98 Nunez. Answer the question, true or false. It is without a doubt false. Although I did hear he was a good painter. I'd have to see some of his painting work to see if I'd like his painting work. Want to open your 85 times 10? Yeah, you want to do a share play? Send it over. We'll get her open. Go down? You very sus today. I mean, I didn't mean it like that, but sheesh. All right, let's should we just sell all the duplicates while we're at it? Just go back and forth between bidding on commons and it's like 1350. Is this discard? Let's list some of these up. Hiller is a huge animal rights activist. I heard he was a Man City fan as well. Adam, you got some explaining to do, brother. Why is Adolf Hitler supporting City? Do you think the player picks are worth doing, like the 75 plus? I definitely think player picks are worth grinding right now if you're looking for a repeatable. However, if you're trying to make coins, I think BPM is the best way to go. I don't support say. I didn't say Steven, did I? I thought I said Adam. If I said Steven, I apologize. Unless you guys are the same person. Alright, let's check these up. Actually, we don't even need to check them up. You can have as many duplicates out as possible. Shouldn't matter in the slightest. Alright, you guys ready for another player pick? Alright, what do we got here? There we go. What's happening, Mumbo? What are you grinding? I haven't opened FIFA for a week. Nothing to grind. We are mass bidding on common golds and lid golds. Making player picks out of them is what I'm doing right now. But if I were you guys, I would go the route of the bronze pack method currently and build up your commons. Or am I the sus one? You're the sus one, bud. Also, I forgot to say earlier, but congrats on coming out as bisexual. Me? You, I think, are referring to someone else. I came out, but as a furry. But I don't think I made that public to everyone until now. Yeah, I am indeed a furry, guys. Common Gold's expensive. I'm with him on bid for 350 pretty easily. What is my name? Reed. All right, we got an 85 times 10 dudes, I believe, right here. Let's see what we can get. What is your name? I'm gonna guess Hayden, because that's what your name says. Now that I have so much football in school, maybe I'll stop talking about girls all stream. Potentially. I will believe it when I see it, though. Rate your profile pic. I can't see it from here. Is that I show speed? All right, whenever you're ready, buddy. What are you hoping for? Oof. Oof. You played for Optic Gaming? You saw that post on Insta. When did I have a post on Insta saying I was a part of Optic Gaming? I haven't posted on Insta in like 8 years, it feels like. Thank you for that, buddy. Sorry we couldn't pack you anything crazy, man. Alright, it's going to kick us. Yeah, there we go. Rip. Alright. Let's keep spamming these. Or, not spamming. Spamming the bids. Into making them. I don't really like what they did with the preseason batch 1 being out for 12 days or whatever it is with what they have. I think that's pretty poor compared to what they had for footies. It's honestly a downgrade in my opinion. What do you guys think? If we get the 85 times 10 repeatable tomorrow, I think it'd be okay then. But in general, it's just way less stuff you can pack in general for tradable stuff. If you're doing gold pack method, and then for untradeable rewards, way less fodder. Alright, let's do another round of mass bidding on commons and then mass bidding on libs. And then we'll go make some player picks. Did you read the last? That was a price of the pack. The player name was Price. Oh man, that's funny. Hilarious. I'm so done. Normal 93 Messi and a 7.5 keep. Is he like 1,000 coins now? How much does he cost? How low is he? Do you like girls? No, I like women. Wobbling Steven, are you on Insta? Day 1 of 20 of talking. I was reading that and the message got deleted. All right. All right, let's do some libs now. What's the I show speed? He's 25k. 25k for Messi. That's tough. How much is Ronaldo? That's a real question. The girl I follow home. Che, you just said he follows a girl home. FBI. Do what you gotta do. Stop sucking the FBI. What am I supposed to say? Who? Local law enforcement. Take care of it. SWAT. Get this man. You want to call tomorrow, Wobble, if you're free? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Are you guys like hitting each other up in chat? What's going on right now? I'm so confused. There's like 5 different conversations going on. Play pro clubs? You know, man, just because you asked or demanded me to, I might actually do it. Ask me again in 5 minutes and see if my answer changed. I'll give you a hint. Probably not going to be playing pro clubs. You're probably the oldest person. Now, we got some dinosaurs in the chat. I'm 87. Dante's like 94. Alright, time for some player picks. A sounds a bit harsh. You look about 84. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. You're 19? Yeah, you might be the oldest in chat. Because chat is either... I feel like the community is either older and not typing in chat, or the people who type are like 10 to 13. All right, let's get it. I'd be a decent reserve player. $15, $13. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I'll just say that. Play pro clubs. First of all, I was in 5 minutes, buddy. Second of all, we're not playing pro clubs. You know, have to play good 2 games this week, and it will come girls and watch. What are come girls? It's a little sus. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. There we go. All right, come on. Can we get a special card? I feel like pro clubs will be decent next year. You guys think they're going to make Mendy like a gold common next year? After what happened today? I was joking. Sure you were. Ask what everybody says. Alright, let's just mass bid 700 on everything. Should I have your foot team, Adam? Yeah, if you guys want to put your teams in the Discord, do one of the mods want to link the Discord right now? We'll take a look at Discord teams in a bit. Nah, I don't think we do. Fair enough. Another 90 squad done for Salah. I'm kind of waiting to do most of Salah until tomorrow to see if we get the repeatable or not. Because right now we got what done? We have 5 teams done. We just need the FUT birthday and the FUT captain ones in terms of special cards. And the rest is just straight kind of fodder. By the way, I hope Salah gets a hat trick tomorrow. I used my triple captain on him. I need this to pan out. I'm 25th right now. If he doesn't do well, I'm probably going to be dropping in future weeks. I need to get at least top 15 in fantasy. Do you know when is coming the unlimited 85 times 10? Hopefully tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think anything's been leaked yet, whether or not it will be unlimited. Those memberships are sick. Hey, speaking about memberships, shout out to our members, dudes. I believe we have 8 currently. If you guys want to become a member, you get some emotes in chat, you get a badge next to your name, and some more stuff that we're trying to add for FIFA 23 that will be very beneficial to you guys who like making coins and grinding. 8 we got right now. We got Karsten, FIFA Bros, El Dante, Adam, Big, Dean, Dessert, and Snarf. Appreciate you dudes. If you guys want to become a member, exclamation mark member in chat. It really does help out the channel. It allows me to spend more time streaming versus doing other stuff. So does watching the streams and watching the content. That helps immensely. Alright, we're just going to list everything for 900. But do you have some tips on how to get that card? The cards that I was just picking up by bidding. Dude, I hope he plays up front. Imagine a striker Salah. How crazy that'd be. Shush read, nobody asked. My bad. Which does it cost to be a member? I think it's, what, like 5? I think 5 max. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Just made 50K in like 25 minutes of BPM? Yeah, it's crazy right now, man. Highly recommend you guys do BPM right now if you're trying to make some coins. Allow the pack making for me. You guys just make your money. I love your content, mate. I have just done the Foundations SBC because I forgot about them and gained 50K coins while doing it. Also paid for every player in the SBC. Nice, Jack. GG, bud. Alright, these player picks have been crap, man. SBC solutions all the way. Hey, throwback to... Does anyone remember the guy in chat? What was the username? Was it SBC Solver? This was like a couple months ago. I don't know if you guys remember. Channel legend. SBC Solver? I think it was SBC Solver. And he had like the... He had one of the SBC logos as his profile pic as well. That man was a beauty. Hey, there we go. Our first promo card. After like 10 of these. We'll take it. The Brazilian Ronaldinho. Can I have your blue wrench? For those of you who are doing player picks as well, what is the best player pick you've gotten from the 82 pluses so far? Not off to the best start for me personally. How long are you live for? We've been live for about 45 minutes. Probably be about a 2-hour stream today. I do still need to work out and take care of some stuff around the house, so around the apartment. So it'll be a crazy long one today. You're at 33K profit from BPM right now. GG, my dude. Alright, are these selling? The ones listed at 1,000 aren't selling yet. We're waiting on those. The ones for 900, taking a little bit too. So should we list at 850 if we're trying to sell them? So I only managed to do Footies Allen St. Maxim. Do you have any suggestions on how I should maybe complete Salah? If you look at the pinned video, it would show you how to grind the 82 plus player picks the way I'd recommend it, not necessarily the way I'm doing it right now. We're just kind of making these faster. Yeah, if you're trying to make them for profit while still crafting, I'd recommend the player pick strat that is pinned in chat. We don't have 75 times 5. Sadly, that would have been another great way to grind it. If you wait till tomorrow and we get an 85 times 10 repeatable, if that comes out, you'll have them done easily. So honestly, if you do want to do a little grinding today, you could. Maybe do a little BPM, build up some common golds. But then I would mainly wait till tomorrow to see what comes out. And if you haven't been doing the 85 times 10s twice a day, make sure you're doing those twice a day. It's essentially free fodder after you get one done. Legit got messy. Ronaldo shapeshifter out of 75 times 5. Yeah. They are pretty good. Come on. Come on. Alright, we're going to need to do some common bidding as well. Come on, England. You think it's good to invest in silver rares for when the 75 times 5 comes out? If we were going to get the 75 times 5, it would have been when we got the player pink. Would it have not been? Unless you think we're going to somehow get it Monday. If that's the case, then yeah, you could go for it. But I would have figured it would have came out Saturday if we were going to get it again. How many foot birthdays do you have for Salah? I think I have 0 right now. Prime Maldini deserves at 59 rated. Alright. Let's do like 2 pages of these. See how many we can win, and then we'll do like 2 pages of commons. He plays like a 59? Dude, my Maldini's insane. I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's crazy for me. Alright. Common golds. Best method to make coins? BPM is insane right now, brother. I'd highly recommend BPM. Maybe if you're looking for other ways, I will link you my trading playlist. I highly recommend special card trading as well. Typically 10, 20, 30 would be the two go-tos. So special card trading and BPM. Yep, no problem. Let me know if you have any questions, bud. Is it worth doing the Foundations SBCs with coins? If you're on a new account or you haven't done them yet, then yes. If you have any of the players that you can use from your club, sure. But typically the return is better than what you put in for the most part. Hoping for more FUT birthdays than the player picks then. Is there... I haven't seen a list of what special cards are out. Is there FUT birthdays in the 100 cards available right now? Does anyone know? That are out currently? There are no FUT birthday cards in packs. Yeah, so if that's the case, if you're waiting for them, you would have to do sniping. I train 5 to 7 times a week and have like 3K games in FIFA. Jeez. Jeez. How is that even possible? I'm on this game 24/7. I don't even think I have that amount of time in the menus. Make sure you sell all the players from the packs, or most of them, to get profit. Read, how many 8-year-olds would you say you could beat in a fight? Say it was like you knock one out, but then 2 more come. Oh, I've heard this question before. Okay, let's see. Let's actually think about this. So if we were to get into a fight with 8-year-olds, I feel like I'd treat it like a game of zombies. I'd just keep moving. I'd kind of like get them spinning in circles. Then I'd get some like candy or like some money. I'd like throw it on the ground like it was like one of those monkeys, you know, that you throw on the ground and they'd just like look at it. And then I would just do a Brexit tackle starting on one side of this big line or pile, and slowly they'd just fall like bowling pins. I would just do that over and over. So I'd say at least a couple hundred. They might catch on over time. Then at that point I'm out of luck, but I think I could do that until I got tired. What about you? How many 8-year-olds do you think you guys could beat? You train 6 days a week and you have 400 games. How many games do I have this year? Let's take a look. As a menus grinder, how many games do we have? I do want to do a lot of draft next year, so we'll have a lot of games then. Oh wow, we have over 1,000 games actually. I'm honestly surprised we have over 1,000. I feel like 50 of these recently have been just losing round 1 a draft. So if you take away another 50 games, I don't even know. What is that? Still over 1,000. Libertadores count as gold rares if it is a gold rating. So if it's a 75 plus or above, yes, they count as gold rares. Same with silvers. If silver rares are needed, silver libs, 65 rated to 74 rated, count as well. And that's always been the case, so it'll continue being the case as well for future promos with repeatables. If we have Libertadores again next year, it should be in the code the same way then as well. I have over 1,000, maybe 800 rage quits or friendlies. I feel like a lot of my games early on were just like squad battles or AFK. Like at least the first like 100 or so. We're just kind of like doing that in the background. Quite a few draft quits in there throughout the year. Not like all the losses. We've definitely lost a bunch, but I would say at least we'd have to look at my draft record. I probably have 10 draft losses, legit, like me losing the game. Then the rest is just me quitting. Still no wins in online draft as well. We've never gone all the way and won. We've won a couple games in a row. We got to the finals, but we've never won a full draft, which I want to do a lot next year. Does anyone in chat right now do gold pack method? I want to get your thoughts on this. I know a couple of you guys do. Who all in chat right now does gold pack method? Leverson does. Anybody else? Either way, what I'm thinking next year, instead of gold pack method, because I don't know how good gold pack method is going to be with them removing position modifiers besides the one card that changes everything. I think what I'm going to do instead is do draft, whether that be draft quits or seeing how far I can go in draft, instead of gold pack method. So I think I might try to do a draft today. Maybe do an offline win a day in draft and then do an online one to see how far we can get. And then just save the packs for promos or when things are up and open them then. What about you guys? Gold pack method is goated. It'll be interesting next year to see how much we actually do get back. Because I don't think the position modifier is going to have as much value as we hope for. Plus, I think they're going to put a lot of consumables in the spaces that we'd want players to be as well. I had 10 draft tokens last week, and I just quit the first round and had like 20 or something gold packs. Psych baited gold pack method in August, you're banned. I'm a FIFA tryhard, dude. Like at practice, I said to my friend, if you green time that shot, you would have scored. Oh, you're one of those guys? You're one of those guys, huh? Hannon, see you, buddy. Yeah, I hate like the stadiums and stuff. I prefer those over the contracts because you get more quick sell value out of them, but they've definitely sneakily gone to a point where they're making it way less value. Alright, more player picks. Come on. What are you doing today? Hayden, you've been here for the past hour, buddy, for the most part, haven't you? I'm assuming you can read the title, and I'm assuming you've watched what we've done so far. I'm going to have you take an educated guess on what we're doing today, buddy. I'll let you know if you're hot or cold. Pulled packs and pinned Pogus. Assume BPM and I'm banned from the store. What do you mean banned from the store? Okay. It's like a 91. I also say pass me a XX pass when I'm in the box. Oh, man. Store unavailable from spam and BPM. If it happened on console, try on the web app or companion app to see if it's there, I guess. You're so whack. Yeah. Are you a icon pick? Because I want to pick you. Alright, that's we're just gonna have you sit in the gulag for like 5 minutes, buddy, for that joke. Or I attempt that one, I should say. Where do you live? You want like my address, my social security number? You want my credit cards and stuff too? What would you like, good sir? I can ping my exact location if you'd want. If you're trying to stream snipe me. Is 99 Dembele still available? Is Dembele still available, guys? I got him done, so I have to go to the end to see if he's gone or not. Let me actually check. I think he was, what, just a week? Yeah, he might be gone. Just your house number? We don't have a house number. We live in outer space, actually, so. What is your pet's first name? I don't actually have a pet. What's your favorite candy? What is your address? And when do your parents leave for work? You know, I'm going to take a wild guess and assume you guys actually don't want to know the answer to these questions because you generally care. I feel like you guys are trying to plot some. Could be wrong, but I'm getting that vibe. Wait, why is my sub count looking so weird? Why is it like... Oh, there we go. That's better. It was like in the middle of the... It wasn't all the way on the end. You're genuinely interested. I'll have to think about it then and get back to you. I would say off the rip, favorite candy probably would be... What's what are they called? McKenna, what's the candy that mom gets that I eat? The chewy candy that mom gets. What's the chewy candy that mom gets? You know what I'm talking about? The big bags? High chew, I would say. How much do you have of Salah done? We have 8 teams, I believe. Can you still do FUTTIES Neymar? I don't believe you can, buddy. I believe it's been over a week. We're going to get a lot of Salah done over the next couple days. If we get an 85 times 10 repeatable on Monday, easily we'll get them done soon. Chewing gum. No, they're called high chews. Wallace, what's up, buddy? Let me, show you what these look like. Hi Chew. So they sell it in like packs. It's chewy flavored candy that typically is fruit flavored. Pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me. Hi Chew, is that a drug? Everyone thinks the repeatable will come soon, but what if they don't? We'll all be disappointed then, I guess. Can I go for a walk with your brother? Stop. Y'all are so weird. Bro bought team season Messi for 430. He is nowhere to be seen on the pitch. He probably gets 2 touches. Dang. I've heard the Shapeshifters is kind of disappointing too. I don't know if you've used that one or anyone else in chat has used it, but I've heard he's pretty bang average for that card as well. Here, let's make like 5 of these in a row. You should do Alan St. Maxim. I have no room for him in my team, is the only thing. Salah's going to replace Casemiro. Conte's going to move over. Salah's going to go in here. I would rather have Ronaldinho, Neymar, and Dembele than St. Maxim. Plus, he's Newcastle, so there's that whole angle. If he's still available, we'll probably grind him if we have the 85 times 10 repeatable as a place to put stuff, but just thought of this, Mumbo, but if you have a TikTok where you post clips, Instagram with engagement on Reels is through the roof. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Autocorrect is crazy. The only thing that sucks about social media content creation, as someone who doesn't really like a lot of social media, is just being on those apps. Like, I've probably been on Instagram a couple times in the past couple of years, just like opening the app, like actually posting it. Feels like it's been like almost 5. But it's like Twitter I'll be on most days. YouTube, I'm obviously here every day streaming and posting stuff. TikTok, I typically have a couple of videos a week. But man, Instagram, I don't know what it is. Instagram and Facebook. You couldn't pay me to want to spend time on there. Hayden, I'm going to have you ask me one more question, buddy, all right? You get one more question, all right? And then I don't want you asking me any more questions. Come up with your best question you got for me. Am I still banned? You were never banned, buddy. You were put into the gulag for a couple minutes to think of a better joke than you gave. Preseason doesn't have that many high-rated ones. That's why the 85 plus is bad right now. Well, the 85 times 10 won't be bad once it's repeatable, but having only 2 a day with the limited cards, you're worse off than you were under footies. Because footies, you had more cards and typically better cards. Cool, what's up, buddy? Yo, thank you for the new subs as well. If you guys are new here and are enjoying the stream, feel free to subscribe. We're live almost every single... Live almost every single day, boys. Grinding the rest of this FIFA as we wait for the next FIFA. Give me a good pickup line then. Dude, what is going on today? What is going on, man? Steven, what's going on? Where are these people coming from? I'm bored, can I sleep with you? That was the question you wanted to ask. Hi, streamer. Cryptic, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? You got a 2-day break from you? See, 2 days is not enough time to get a break from people, but enough time to come back and, I don't know how to word it. 2 days is not enough time to recover from some of y'all. But it's enough time to get y'all actively on your worst behavior. So the net average is more the direction of a negative experience. But for the majority of you, y'all are amazing. It's just the select few that sometimes test my patience. You know who you are. Alright, let's put these down to 900 then. What are gold rares at currently? Does anyone know? Sorry not been in many streams. FIFA's kind of dying a bit. Oh, I've been gone, so you didn't miss anything. For the last couple days, at least. At the least. Alright, should we build up like a bunch of these for tomorrow? Open some now and then make some for the stream tomorrow? Would that be cool? Alright, what do we got? Right wing. Got a cam. Boom. Mumbo, do a twirl. Alright, let's make 2 more. We're going to do 5 in a row. Sound good? Do 5 right now. Let's, sell some of the dupes. Oh, I did so many twirls yesterday, guys. You probably wish you could have seen it. So many twirls at that wedding. How are you? I am fantastic. Cool. How are you doing today, buddy? How are you doing on this fine evening? Alright, what do we got? Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have enough to do the final 2. Alright. What do you guys think? Out of the 5 player picks we're about to do, how many special cards do you think we'll get? Steven, stop, please. Stop, please. Stop. Three, 1, 2. That Lewa looks really good. That's what she said? OMG, stop. I know you were making a that's what she said joke, but in my head, I just envisioned that girl you keep stalking that you say you're stalking. That's what she said. Telling you to stop. All right. Here we go. We got 5, dudes. What can we get out of these 5? All right. 1 overrated right back so far. Second one. Okay, 2 for 2 special card wise. Best striker in the Prem for the third one. Got a board. And a relegation keeper. Not the best, not the worst. No, I unsub. Who is the best right back? Who is the best right back? Lyndon Gooch is the best right back. Right wing back, but still. Best striker in the Prem? You pack Zaha? No. You pack the man himself. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, we'll see how he does against poor opponents like United. We'll see how he does. Can you even classify Trent as a defender? Does that count? Because most games I watch him, he doesn't really defend. What's BPM looking like right now? Is this still good? Non-existent. Thanks for your information. Great from Indonesia. By information, do you mean like tips and tricks I gave, or did you steal my information? BPM's still crazy? Jeez. If you spam these on the web app or companion app, it'd be even better. And we got the French players. French ones typically go for a little bit more, it seems. Because of the, I think, objective, right? Easy money. Maybe I can watch the Liverpool game at Here Brother House and chill and watch United. And you delete your message. It's 11:03 for you. It is 5:05 for me. It's 5:05. What did I type? I have no idea what you typed, but I was half reading it. You were saying your brother was something with your brother in a game. Watching the game of your brothers or something. Alright, let's keep making player picks. What day? Not early. for people who get FIFA early. But what day does FIFA 23 officially come out for everyone? You guys know? Yo! Thank you for the Twitch follow, my dude. Appreciate ya. If you guys want to follow us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/MumboElite. We'll probably do a short Twitch stream today. We haven't done one in a little bit. Before we go work out. How are we doing on Salah right now? Should probably save him. I think Big banned me. I can see your message, so you're not banned. Why'd you ruin it, Mumbo? Oh, whoops. My bad. Didn't realize that's what y'all were doing. My apologies. I actually didn't see his message. You know what? Now that I'm thinking of it. Nicolay hasn't typed in chat for a while. Does anyone know where Nicolay's went? I'm actually kind of getting worried for him, man. I hope he's okay. Alright, who should we put in? Throwing a Silva? Does that work? Yeah, it works. See you, cool. Have a good night, buddy. Tradable walkout. Chiellini in the MLS. You love to see it. Alright, let's sort those through now. Loan pack. Bielsa. Does he go for anything? Should come up for like 600. Can you pack anything in these packs, or is it just literally like straight up a loan? That was the stupidest thing I've ever opened. You need foot birthdays? You know what? Let's get a foot birthday. Let's get 2 foot birthdays. Let's try to snap these right now. How much are they going for? Or what's the max? Oh, good thing I'm putting a limit on these. My goodness. Imagine if I sniped one of the Ronaldos. How can you turn 34K into 100K? Bronze pack method right now. Printing coins. Is everyone on? Trying to snipe these right now? Oh, I just missed it. I missed it. Oh. I'll have foot captains easily. I'm not really too worried about it. I swear you're never in streams. Who were you talking to, Jesse? Alright, can we do a 93 for 92? Yes! There we go. No way you're going to put in Ribery? Oh no! Whoops! Oh my gosh, what did I just do? No! I submitted Ribery, man. Wow. How am I ever going to recover? Oh, wait. I forgot. We have the best left wing in the game already. I think we'll be just fine. Plus, we'll pack him again anyways eventually, so we can use him as fodder again. Alright, now they're starting to sell. Let's get it. Bro, 85 times 10 now is terrible. If it becomes repeatable, it'll be fine. But in terms of only twice a day, yeah. They essentially took footies where you had more cards and packs than you have now. Special. Removed a lot of the specials. Made it worse. And haven't made it repeatable yet. So, tomorrow's the day, man. If tomorrow comes and we don't get it repeatable, a lot of people are going to be very pissed. What's up, Mumbo? Been out of the loop for a while. Any cool announcements about FIFA 23? What's up, buddy? Welcome back, first of all. Second of all, what do you know so far? We'll kind of fill you in the loop after of what you know. What's up, Ziggy? The last thing I saw was about the new chemistry and foot stuff. Yeah, so if you've seen the new chemistry stuff, it'll be interesting to see how that works. The way it's going to work in terms of position modifiers and stuff with that, they're going to have one size fits all for a position modifier. So if your card is a left back who can become a right back, they're not going to have a left back to right back card. They're just going to have one specific position modifier that does everything. So that will be kind of how they operate that. They're going to have... Do you call them... I don't even know what to call it. In Madden, they have a bunch of challenges that you unlock. Packs, coins, and a bunch of stuff. FIFA, they're trying to incorporate the same thing. So there might be one thing where it's like, score free kick. If you score free kick, you get points for that. And then by the end of the season, you can get X amount of points and use those points towards packs, players, and things like that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this last year FIFA goes. This will be the last time we have EA doing FIFA Ultimate Team before EAFC. The ratings from the beta are not official. Ratings until they officially give them, I would not kind of think too much about. How does the new chemistry work? Alright, let's mass bet on some more real quick. We'll do some commons as well. Hey Mumbo, I'm new here. Really? Could have sworn I've seen you around before. Bro, do 10 player picks and open them. Seems like you get so much more. We can do them in groups of 5. That's what we did before. It was working just fine. You guys want to see that again? 10's going to be too long to make. But 5 is a good middle ground. Oh, you're actually asking? I thought you were trolling. There'll be each player gets up to 3 bars for chemistry. The way the bars get filled is similar in the past. Teams, league, nations, yada yada. Also correct positions. So if you play your card in the correct position, on top of it being either in the same league or the same nation, same team, yada yada, it'll get some good chem. I believe, I could be wrong with this, but the last thing I saw was the players don't have to be next to each other on the pitch. It's throughout the whole team. So you could have, for example, a Sunderland goalkeeper and a Sunderland striker, and that would get them X amount of chem because they're the same team and they're in the correct position. They wouldn't necessarily need to be next to each other on the pitch, which opens up the ability to have really interesting teams. Chemistry doesn't give you negatives this year, so whatever the card stats show you is the default minimum you'll have. So you're not hurt by your stats. They can only go up. So if you have, let's say, this card, and you have it on no chem whatsoever, the worst it can get is these stats. But if you get it on 1 bar, it goes up. 2 bars, it goes up. 3 bars, it goes up the most it can. So you'll have minimum base stats, which will be very interesting for, like me, using Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, I don't necessarily have to put him next to someone on the pitch. He can play center back for me. He doesn't have to necessarily link to the person next to him. He can get really good stats, and I can move him up the pitch with his shooting stats if I'm trying to score goals with him. Thoughts on Sunderland? I feel like we've done really well for the most part to start the season. I feel like in general there are some signings we still need. We have very much a League One caliber partial substitutes and all our reserves. We saw that in the cup match. We see that with some of these substitutions being made in some of these league games. If we can get 2 to 3 more solid signings and get some players back from injury, I think we're going to have a really good year. I think this last game against Stoke, we learned how to substitute better than we did before. We had a lead at halftime. We didn't kind of sit back on it. We played the same amount of aggressiveness, and we were able to counter so many times. I'm surprised we didn't put away another 3 to 4 goals. But yeah, I think that kind of style of play works a lot better for Sunderland, is not sitting back on a game, really taking it to the team, especially in the championship with how games go. Goals are scored so quickly and so randomly. If you can catch a team like Stoke on the counter, they just break down, man. Absolutely break down. Rumors that we signing Musa Sissoko. Really? I haven't heard that yet. I've heard the United dude, Diallo or whatever, and I've heard a Costa Rican player, but I have not heard Musa. Wait. The 33-year-old guy... Wait, is he at Watford right now? He used to play for Spurs, right? Burnley linked defender Musa Sissoko. Really? That would be a huge signing, man. I miss Sunderland in the Prem. Always an easy 3 points. Hey, we'll be back soon. Give us a little bit of time. Do multiple picks at a time before I open them. I'm saving up 5 right now, buddy. We just said we were going to do 5 in a row. We're building them out. My dad will be back before they're back. Do you like Arsenal at all? I don't hate or love any real Prem teams. Besides maybe Newcastle, there being a rivalry. I'm not really... I would prefer Newcastle lose every game they play. But for the most part, I watch the Prem kind of for football and Americans and talent. I'll tell you what, it is fun watching the Prem without an objective. Like, maybe fantasy gives a certain objective that I'm trying to go for, but besides that, being able to just watch football and see a good goal and be able to enjoy that good goal without thinking my team just got scored on or what does this mean for this team's ranking. It's pretty fun. How come you support Sunderland? Is it because of the documentary? No. I've been supporting Sunderland now, I believe. It might be close to 10 years now. Back in late middle school, we were doing random kickoffs, and I did not have a Prem team I supported. I wasn't really watching too much international football. Only really AC Milan in the Serie A. Besides that, I was looking for a team. My buddy was a Manchester United fan. We kind of just did random kickoff games to see what teams we'd match up with, and I got Sunderland. Started using them in FIFA, and then slowly started watching them live, and then just kind of fell in love with the club. So by the time I started watching them was when they started kind of, I wouldn't say they started going downhill then, but financially you could see the overspending on players. You could see the players leaving the club. You could see the points not coming. You could see the almost relegation to being saved. Almost relegation saved. Then relegated. And then the downfall from there. How come the Broads are selling? Why are people wanting them so much? Because people are doing the daily warm-up challenge. That gets you really good rewards. And they're doing the... triple upgrades are the 2 main reasons silvers are up. But no, I'm super excited for Sunderland. My goal for them this year going into the season was mid-table. However, I think if we get some really quality signings, that can kind of give us a little bit more depth in our team this window. And then by the winter window, if we can go into World Cup break, getting ready to potentially sign some more people. I do think we might have a shot this year at potential playoffs. However, if we're ever going to get out of the championship, I always think it's going to be playoffs. I don't think Sunderland will ever have the quality of team week in, week out that will get automatic promoted. So I think mid-table this year I'd be happy with. I would love to see, again, a fight for playoffs. But realistically, I would see with signings this window, next window, and then next season, fighting for playoffs next year to hopefully get back up to the Prem. Excuse me. He deleted your last message. I can't see it. FIFA 15, I had 84 C. Sanchez in my team, and he was so good. That's how I became an Arsenal fan. Nice. Me supporting Arsenal, I've got certain expectations. What do I use as a Sunderland fan? Kind of what I just laid out as my expectations. I have, like, minimum expectations, too. Like, obviously, I would hate to see them get relegated. That'd be worst fear. Reenacted, as we've seen these past seasons. My main gripe with Sunderland is I feel like they're going to have a hard time playing 90 minutes every single week. It was an issue they had last year in League One, but it's for sure been an issue in the Championship. Is they will play well for 60, 70 minutes, and then they'll find those 10 to 20 minute chunks where they just, for some reason, shut off, and we get countered on, we get scored on. If we can find a way to play a full 90 minutes and really take it to them, like I was just talking about with Stoke. Stoke, the difference between that and any other game. Take QPR, for example. QPR, we went wrong by making substitutions that took off our attacking pressure, and we sat more defensively. And all QPR had to do was then just counter us and attack us the whole time. Plus, with bringing on more defensive players at the time, we didn't have that quality of substitutions made defensively that would have really helped us with the game. Our best bet would have been, even if QPR got one goal back, Ross Stewart or Al Sims hit him on the counter, which we saw perfectly with Stoke. Norwich is going to be very interesting. I'll have to do more research on their defense. I feel like Norwich, where they'll catch us out, is if we play too high of a line. I think their striker, American lad Sargent, will do a good job of potentially breaking us or opening us up, which then, if that becomes a thing where he's opening us up, especially on that left side, so the right back situation, if Gooch is caught too far up the pitch, I could see a reality where Gooch gets an early yellow just because he's pushing that run out wide. Gooch doesn't want him to whip in the cross, does a stupid foul to stop the play. And we got a situation where early on you got 1 or 2 yellow cards, kind of like Sunderland did. I believe we got, 6 this past game? Everyone was picking up yellow cards. There was... Oh, did I open another player pick? My bad. I don't know if I did or not. We're going to make 5. Don't worry. We're talking. So I kind of lose focus. Anyways, we had, I think, 2 or 3 yellow cards that were made very tactically. Where if we didn't make them, we would have given up a really good opportunity to get scored on, and or create another opportunity off of that, such as like corner kicks, where I feel like our weakest point in our team right now is set plays on defense. It scares the ever-living crap out of me when that happens. Anytime there's a corner kick, I hold my breath the whole time. Because we have a very good keeper, but for some reason on corner kicks, he's nowhere near the ball. Yeah, he's just coming off a 2-goal performance against Millwall, right? He scored the brace against them. Very solid player. He's going to be potentially our number 9 option for the United States men's national team going into World Cup. So if he can have a really good rest of August heading into September as we get close to international break, that'd be really good for him, because we're still trying to find who's going to be that striker role, or potentially, if not a striker, how we're going to play a more central person. Because we have Aronson, who's very hot at Leeds right now. We obviously have Adams, who's going to be defensive. We have Weston McKennie, who's going to be more box to box. So we kind of have our midfield sorted there. We have Reyna that we got to fit in somewhere. We got Musa coming back from, I believe, injury in League One. You got Pulisic, who right now isn't getting game time, which he's Captain America. He should be playing a lot more if he's not getting at Chelsea. Could potentially see him move elsewhere. I don't think he would want to move, though. I think he's happy at Chelsea. That'd be interesting. Back line will be kind of hit or miss, depending on who our center backs are. We'll probably have Dest at right back, though. Yedlin, I feel like, is past his prime. Left back will have the man himself, Fulham legend, Jedi Robinson. Center back options are probably going to be more MLS related. We'll have probably Zimmerman as one of them. I don't know if John Brooks will make the actual squad. I believe he's still in the Bundesliga. I think having a little bit of experience back there would help, but supposedly there's something that we're not seeing, I guess, at the coaches. The good old gaffer. Is Canada U.S.'s biggest rival? No. Our biggest rival is Mexico. Very heated rivalry. Just like Sarr for Watford, he's Premier League. Yeah. I feel like what's going to be interesting too, don't get me wrong, I feel like there's a couple Sunderland players that could definitely be Prem players or be bought as Prem players. However, I feel like a lot of the higher up teams in the championship right now have one or two players that if a Prem team picks them up, they will be struggling without them. And that'll be very interesting to see in the next week or so what kind of Prem teams are picking up what championship players and what that does with kind of the starting 11s or the substitutes. All fun stuff. Because, yeah, I 100% agree. If you take someone like Salah from Watford, I think that completely changes the way they play week in, week out. I think it'll give them a lot of money, though. But, however, I don't think they're left with a lot of time, which in the championship you could almost argue is the worst thing to happen is time. Because typically when it comes to signings, you need them now. If you're a newly promoted League One team, you don't have the depth. If you're a newly relegated Prem team, you need to figure out what pieces need to be filled. You need that now. If you're a team that has some money but isn't having the best performances overall, but you stayed in the championship, you now have these expectations of pushing higher than you did the previous season. You need to make it work. Now, if you're the manager, you're out if that doesn't happen. And it's such a long season, too. My goodness. I'm so glad it's not a two-game week this week, though. I have like 130K. They don't pop up. What's not popping up? Is a Leeds fan. Aronson and Tyler Adams are two really good players. USA versus England is going to be insane. I can't wait, man. It's going to be a holiday. It's Black Friday in the United States anyways. FIFA's going to have a lot of content for Black Friday anyways, like they always do. But as an American, it's going to be super fun. So hopefully have a good game against England. All right, let's, I think this is the fifth one, right? Open these 5 in a row, if that's the case. Oh, we did 6. We did 1 too many. All right, we got 6, boys. See what we can get. You can't complain. It's all right. How much you sign for the birthday store? I think 50, 60K would be the range right now for sniping. You don't want like the Ronaldos popping up and stuff. We could save those. Oh, do we not need those for... Hold on. We need for captains. Yeah, we got the shapeshifters done. Just finished R9? Yeah, crazy grind. Nah, bro. Josie should be nowhere near a national team ever. Josie Altidore, in theory, right, was a Sunderland player, United States men's national team throughout the years. He should be a player I love and adore. I've never been more disappointed in a player in my life. Any striker for the men's national team, for the most part, has been a disappointment over the past 5 to 10 years. Not 5 to 10 years. That's a little harsh. The last 5 years, I'd say. Because before that, you got the Dempsey, Landon Donovan-esque players, which ran the national team. But now we got no one who's really week in, week out getting that spot. Which, again, there's that gap there that United States needs to fill. And it looks like a lot of players might be stepping up. Aston Villa just signed Salah for 21 mil. Really? Is that official? Does Sunderland have one marquee player you reckon is worth more than 50 mil? At the moment, I don't think we have a 50 mil player. I think we have a lot of players that are going to be 10, 25 mil-ish in the upcoming years. I think you take the likes of Ross Stewart. If he continues to progress as a player, I think he has a potential decent future. You have the likes of Dan Neal. I feel like Dan Neal would be a pretty solid midfielder in one of the lower Prem sides. Hopefully he doesn't ever get bought out. Sirkin, I feel like is a very decent center back who can get up the pitch. He reminds me of Rudiger of sorts. His ability as a center back, which in Sunderland they play a 3 in the back. He's the left center back. If you look at the highlights of the game we just played against Stoke, I believe it was at least 5 times in the second half. He made crazy runs up, just like 6 yards, boom, played a ball in. Clark down the sideline. Clark, I feel like, has a potential. Clark was, I believe, at Spurs beforehand. He was a Spurs youth. So Clark definitely could be a Premier League player. Who was... Shoot, I'm blanking on his name. Patterson, I feel like, is going to be a fantastic goalkeeper years to come. He's a Sunderland youth product. We'll see how he becomes. Pritchard, I feel like, had the potential. I think he might be a little bit too old now. Ellis Sims, got him from Everton. Definitely he has a future if he keeps progressing. I think he, in terms of his ability to hold up play, has been stellar. He has a bit of pace to him. I think if he can work on his finishing product and just be a clinical striker, that's going to be a huge deal for Everton down the line if they do want him back. Yeah, there's a ton of players that I feel like could do really well in the Prem. However, I don't see a lot of them automatically being bought, if that makes sense. I see a lot of them being more of the, hey, this is a Sunderland side that stays together if we get promoted in the next 2 to 3 years. If a lot of these players stayed, they're now in the Prem, they're technically Prem players. A lot of those could get good looks and have teams buy them from there, but I don't think a lot of people are looking at Sunderland and buying out their players to fit the current needs of a Prem squad, if that makes sense. Hurry up, mate. Stop speaking. Scott, just because you said that, buddy, I'm going to speak even more. Hurry up and do something. Actually, you know what? Now that you asked, Scott, I'm going to tell you about the time. Let's see, what time? I'm going to tell you about the time I learned about Libertadores League SBC. Boy, was that a fun time. So, the Libertadores League SBC has been a thing for many years now. A couple at least. But it wasn't until, I would say, this year where we really started grinding it like crazy. You can look at FIFA 21, and we did it a decent amount. But this year, I feel like it came to a whole nother level. I don't know if you know Cameron. Scott, do you know Cameron by chance in the community, bud? Have you heard of him at all? Cameron very much put us on to the Libertadores grind, and my goodness, it's been a blessing. It's been one of the most fun things we've been doing in Ultimate Team this year. Made us a bunch of coins, made us a bunch of packs, got a lot of fodder across the board. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. yeah, I will bore you some other time with that story, but we'll continue grinding. When do you think the 85-10 center will be repeatable? I think tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's going to be a disappointment. So it better be coming tomorrow. How to grind with 10K? Open bronze packs. They are banging right now, dude. Don't put shapeshifters. You need that for the other one? I have shapeshifters completed already. Mumbo, are we also linked to possibly getting Brighton center back? If you can show me where the best place to keep up to date with transfer news for Sunderland is, I will stalk it like crazy. Right now, I just kind of go to Twitter and see what people are saying and try to read articles. But I have no good way of seeing what is officially happening or what's in talks. The only thing I've heard is the Costa Rican attacking player, and then what's his face from United. That grind was so much fun. Yes, sir. What SBC you doing? We are doing Salah right now. We're doing player picks into Salah. We do need a center back, though. We got a couple injuries where our back line could be in trouble if we don't get some experienced center backs in. So we'll definitely have to watch for that. We had Ballard from Arsenal, but he's injured currently. I think he's going to be out for, I believe, 8 weeks. Which, again, if Sunderland can, as much as possible, before winter break, try to stay as close to playoff position as possible, I think the winter window would be huge. Getting players back from injury would be huge to go kind of the rest of the season. Are you a Sunderland fan? Nah, I just like talking about him all the time. What is Sunderland, actually? Does anyone know? Yeah, I'm a Sunderland fan, buddy. Till I die, baby. And sometimes it feels closer to death than others. Past couple of years, very much so. He's a new cat. Oh. Brother, I take that as an insult, man. Yeah, we got 8 teams done on Salah right now. Only need the foot birthday and the foot captain still for those, and the rest is fodder. Yo, thanks for the sub, buddy. How come you support Sunderland but are American? Is it family? Nope. My best friend supports United. I didn't have a team to support. This was back in middle school, late middle school / early high school. Kind of randomly found Sunderland through FIFA. Started playing with them. Started watching them IRL. Kind of fell in love with them. And slowly, it was about the time where they started making a lot of purchases for players that were past their prime, more expensive than they should have been, leading to the financial kind of collapse of the club. A couple of years where they stayed up, but very closely almost got relegated, and then, as you all know, double relegation. Yeah, so it's been almost 10 years since I've been a fan of Sunderland, and I said this in Discord. I don't know how many of you check Discord for the football IRL section, but I used to say, up until, I guess yesterday, I said up until, I used to always question why people, and I honestly don't know why I thought this way. I feel like it's an American perspective. I always thought people cared more about their national team than their club. In my head, that made sense. But when I really think about it, like week in, week out, what gets me the most excited? what gets me the most upset? What gets me the most nervous? It all kind of relates to Sunderland, where as excited as I am for the World Cup, I love the United States men's national team. I hope they do really well. Hope they get out of group. I don't think there's a level that matches how I feel about Sunderland and wanting them to do well in club. So yeah, I would say I care more about club than international for sure. I guess technically, if I really think about it, I've felt that way for a while, but for some reason I still felt in my head I need to say, oh, but national team's more important, right? Because it's for your country. Get out? All right, see you, buddy. You're not doing well in League One? League One is a very difficult league, man. Like, you probably know because you're going through it right now, but like, Sunderland was probably the worst team that could be in League One in terms of what it means to get out. Because unless you are a championship team that really had no business of being down in League One, that playoff grind is the worst thing in the world. Like, if you really think about it, the only reason Sunderland got promoted was because we signed Alex Neil as their manager. We went on a win streak, or a streak without losing for a while to end the season after winter break, to just clutch the last places of playoffs to then win through playoffs. It was the grindiest end of a season I've ever seen. It sucks the soul out of you. And it was, 3 or 4 straight years of just playoff disappointment? Playoffs is the worst thing. Don't get me wrong. It feels amazing when your team finally makes it through. But my goodness. I was in tears after the finals. When Ross Stewart scored his goal and it was kind of obvious we were going to win the game. I broke down a little bit. But, dude, just the pure and utter disappointment you have when you just consistently get there and lose. Especially it's not even the final. I could see how hard it could be losing a final. That sucks. But I feel like what's worse is the semifinals when you play both legs. That, kind of like Champions League, just sucks. Because you can have one game where you just come out. You play pretty well, right? You go up a goal. You do a good job maybe at home. You play a little bit more defensively, then you just fall apart that second leg. It's hard enough to play 90 minutes. Playing 180 plus is just... Ugh. That Roberts goal, man, was amazing. Was it Embleton who had the first one for us in the final? Or was that Broadhead? The one that went at the keeper he should have saved, but he kind of hit it in. Do you think it's worth spamming Futties PPs for the Foot birthday? Is there Futties? Is there Foot birthdays in the Futties PP? Because there's no Foot birthdays in packs right now, I believe. What does the Futties PP say? Is it Futties players from what's currently out for preseason? Or am I thinking of a different SBC? Do you bid 650? I'm typically bidding 700 right now. For Australia, I feel the same way about international and team, but maybe that's just because Australia doesn't really have a chance of winning anything major. I love Bailey Wright first and foremost. I don't know, is Bailey Wright still playing internationally? He's the center back for Sunderland. Is he still in the Aussie team? I know Aussie's past your guys' prime. You guys need another golden generation bad. But your federation definitely isn't helping out with the situation there. I feel like you're running into a lot of similarities with issues that the United States has gone through at times for MLS. Your guys' government needs to support you more. I feel like there's a potential, but It's not looking very likely with current management. If you guys can show out during the World Cup and at least put in a good group stage, I feel like that might go a little bit towards maybe more funding, but that's a tricky situation. What do you think, as an Aussie, do you think is the biggest problem with football there right now? Like, if this could change, you guys could really become a good footballing country. All right, we're going to make another 5 in a row, boys, because the last one went really well. We'll go in 10 minutes. All right, see you, bud. Just type 2 foot birthdays. Need 2 more, but 40K. Anyway, to make coins, bronze pack method right now is fantastic if you're trying to make coins. Not very supported because football isn't the most fun. Yeah, that's a big issue in the United States too. Like when it comes to, okay, if you look at our colleges in the United States, I believe there was an English person who said this recently. I can't remember who. Was it Rio Ferdinand? Maybe? I think it was him who said college soccer in the United States has better footballing facilities than even the likes of like United and stuff. So in terms of like equipment and things like that, grounds, we might have the resources for it. However, what we lack is, I feel like what's most important is kind of the turning soccer/football into, from a sport into a culture. Once it becomes more of a culture, I think that's going to be a huge deal. I think right now we're going to see in the next 5 years a lot of what our youth is becoming exponentially better than what it currently is. Even right now, I brought up the U19 men's beating England. And I don't know if it was, I'd have to look up what tournament it was or what that was for. But yeah, it's a U19 game. Is that the biggest deal in the world? Is that going to be showing what the future looks like? Potentially not, but there's some good players that will definitely be making the United States men's national team throughout that U19 squad. And already I feel like we have a relatively young United States men's squad, which a lot of them are already playing in Europe or making moves to Europe. It'll be very interesting to see if the United States starts performing better, how kind of our country will react. Because you have two different things. You have international football, United States men's national team, and then you have MLS. I feel like the MLS is not, it's hit or miss. You have a lot of people where if they had to choose where they wanted to watch football, if they had one league to watch, it'd be the Prem. MLS would be way down that list. Also, too, if you think about Europe, specifically England, how close a lot of your teams are to each other, that's very different than how it is in the United States. In a away match in the United States, you might be 10 states over. Versus in England, it might be at most, what, like a 4-hour car drive if you're going one end to the other? How far does it take to get to one end, like North England to South England? Where you'll have it where some away games in the MLS, you have literally no fans there. Versus home games, it's just a completely different atmosphere. Also depends which side of the division you're on. If you're in the Midwest, it might be a little bit easier to make it to some games. Or if you're LA, you got LAFC, LA Galaxy, that's not too difficult. Especially when you're going to different countries. If you're going from, let's say, FC Dallas in Texas, and then you have to play a team in Canada, your fans not going to be able to make the road trip there unless they already live in that country. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked there. But what my point with all that is I feel like the system that a lot of European countries have is a lot better. Where it's like if you're from Italy, you love the Serie A, you love your Italian national team. A lot of people have dreams to want to play on it, want to be a part of it. It's part of their life. In the United States, you have so many people who just don't even know that the MLS exists, let alone men's football there. And if they had to pick a sport, let alone a soccer league to watch / football league, the sport would be like 5th down the list. You'd have NFL, so American football. You'd have NBA, baseball, so you'd have the MLB. You'd have potentially sports like hockey as well. That could be in that list. But then you also have the college of each of these, which if you take college football, college American football, that would rank higher than a lot of sports as well. Same with college basketball. And I know that might be a scapegoat answer because we had this heated debate before where you guys said the same thing where it's like, oh yeah, realistically though, if you took people who played rugby or watch rugby and transitioned them to be football players, you could realistically say that would help. But like, my goodness. I was having a conversation with some of my friends today who both watch American football and then real football. And we were talking about how you could just take any sort of wide receiver in the NFL and you stick them as a winger. If you could train them to be a winger, how good they would be. It would be a beautiful thing to watch. Are bronze common selling for $250 and rares $300? I'm not sure their exact prices right now. They were $400 before. They might be dropping though. I think that one of the biggest problems is the way Australians view football. People call it a soft sport because people have seen dives like Neymar and others. Yeah, it definitely is hard to get people who watch American football to see anything else as physical. I do, however, I don't know if the championship has always been like this because it's the first year I'm kind of watching it. It seems like it's very hit or miss when it comes to following you getting a yellow card in the championship. However, physicality seems to be a lot harder to get cards for. It seems more positional than anything. People are getting yellows in the championship. There's so many times that I've seen players just get very aggressive. Most of the time I feel like it's a center back on an attacker where that will just not get called. And if it does get called, you could do 5 of those in a row before you even see a yellow card. I personally like that a lot as a center back, 1, and 2 as just like watching the sport. I would much rather have the players be a lot more physical and play that way than everything's a card the second a player flops. It takes 2 to 3 hours to get to Leeds to Newcastle. 9-hour car from Newcastle to London, where most clubs are. Okay, so it might be longer than I thought. My bad. Tomorrow the 85 times sale will be repeatable for sure. Are you saying that because you think it will be, or has it been confirmed somewhere? Because we're all kind of thinking that too, that no matter what, it should be coming out tomorrow. But we're saying that in the sense of if it doesn't come out tomorrow, we kind of riot. There's a FUT birthday that costs 9.2K. He probably was up for like 2 seconds and is gone now. Closer to 6 from Newcastle to London. Can get a train from London to Newcastle, which takes like 2.5 hours. Yeah, but like in general, the point I was trying to get at, if there was anything to draw from that, is arguably the locations of your clubs are a lot closer in a country like England than a country like the United States of America. So when it comes to being able to not only support your local club when it comes to home games, but potentially away games, there's a lot more possibilities, I feel like, for people to support their favorite English club. Does that make it any more difficult to find the time and resources to travel? No, absolutely not. Especially with a lot of Prem pricing. It can be very hard to make it to games. No, but I generally think so. Yeah, same. When the 85 times is repeatable because the game is broken now, PPs are bad, and no more menu grinding. I think, because realistically, we got to look at the amount of time. We have FIFA coming out officially on FIFA 23. Today is the 21st of August, about to be the 22nd, depending on where you live. September 30th is the official release. A lot of people are going to be getting the game early. You have the web app that will be coming before that. So realistically, as of right now, we're about a month away from people playing some sort of FIFA, right? On top of that, a lot of people have the beta. Not everyone does, but a lot of people do. Whatever the beta is most realistically going to be what the full version of the game is. Not really much you can change there. We are very close to FIFA 23. In my head, the best way that people can keep playing the game and get ready for FIFA 23 is a 85x10 repeatable. I think with the amount of grinding we've already done so far, the quality of cards coming out, making footies where you had hundreds of players consistently in packs, now down to 100, I see no way where people will want to stay on the game as much as they would with an 85x10. Like, I can't log on every single day, just do my 285x10s, and then sit here and do player picks. It's not as fun. Even Houston and Dallas in the same state is like a 4-hour drive. Yeah, it's crazy. And like, for me, as someone who lives in Wisconsin, I don't have a local team to support, right? Like, the closest things to me is I have Minnesota United and I have Chicago Fire. Those would be the two technically closest to me if we're talking MLS. If we're talking USL divisions below the MLS, I have the Madison Ford, a 10-minute drive for me that I can watch whenever I want. Yeah. But the amount of funding they have and how quality of players it is, it's very different. I feel like the USL is very fun to watch, though, depending on the teams. But again, a lot of Europeans will say the answer to making the MLS better is relegation and promotion. I personally think that'd make it a lot more fun to watch in the sense of what it is now. However, the way the sport would be viewed by people in the United States, I don't know if that's necessarily what they're going for or would be the answer. Because I think what they're trying to make the MLS is very similar to what NFL is, what the NBA is, what the MLB is. And the issue they're going to run in with that is with, let's take the NFL. You take the best players from college football, they go to the NFL. You're not really getting a lot of players from other nations that are coming over and playing primarily in the NFL. It's just not a common thing. However, you take the sport of football, you have literally almost any other country that's better than the United States at football, where you take a draft where you have these college athletes, they sign for their MLS team, they're not even guaranteed playing time or even a spot on the team. A lot of times they get sent to lower divisions to play. They're more of like an investment. You have players that the best ones in the league are the ones that are getting bought from Europe. So the system just doesn't make sense that way. And for teams, there's a limited amount of players you can buy or a limited amount of funds that can go towards that. But not every team can be like LAFC, where you can just buy Chiellini and players like that. It's very weird. And again, I don't agree with how it's currently run. I have an idea of what I'd want it to be, but in reality, I don't think it's going to look European anytime soon. If anything, the only European thing that's going to happen is players are going to be bought for outrageous prices and be played in the league. As people say, is like an early retirement, or what I would argue, boost to their career. I think there's going to be a lot of young players that sign for top-level clubs that aren't getting the playing time they want that will go to the MLS as a way to show, hey, I am a star. You're going to pay me like a star here. Not only am I going to get paid like a star here, I'm going to get experience at a professional level and then go back to these European clubs. You have like the two ends. You have the young players and you have the old players. In between, it's whatever. I feel like the in between, you'd rather go Liga MX. I feel like it's more solid across the board there. If you're in the Americas, that is. With what you were saying about travel time to get to Perth, Brisbane, it's about a 46-hour drive, which 99% of people are not going to do. They can't afford a flight every week. Yeah. In the U.S., are the people that call soccer football the minority? Yes, I would say. Okay, so if you're talking to an American, this is I feel like a hard thing for people outside the United States to understand. I would 100% call the sport football all the time. However, when I'm talking about the sport, if I call it football, almost every single person I talk to is going to think I'm talking about American football. So regardless if I'm trying to score political points with like European mates, it makes no sense for me to call it football. I call it soccer because that's what it is. You have American football, then you have soccer. I'd like it to be called football, but it's very confusing. However, the ones who watch the sport in the United States take it very seriously, I would say. Like you have diehard supporters in the United States. Very much so. It's, again, the extremes. You either have diehard supporters or people who don't even know the sport exists because it's not even on their radar. So in terms of a viewership market, again, we got to speak marketing now. If we're talking viewership market. If you're trying to tailor viewership, funding, investments, new clubs coming up, business models, all this stuff, people are not looking for the European model of relegation and promotion as a way of achieving that. What people are looking for, especially short term, is, hey, if I am Miami FC, or SC, I guess, and I am wanting to get a lot of attention to Florida for the sport, what better way to do so than signing a used-to-be superstar or these big-name players that are getting a little older and bringing them here? It's kind of the same philosophy as when you'd have these tournaments in the United States preseason, right? For example, in my state, we never have anyone play in our state. Green Bay Packers play at Lambeau Field in my state. That's our American football team in the NFL. We had Man City play Bayern Munich there, and I can't remember exactly how many people went to the game, but it was an insane amount of people. And it stormed. It rained. We had a thunderstorm go through. There's a chance at a tornado. And I would say probably like 90% of the people still stayed and watched the thing through. And it was a lot of people that were these diehard fans that just never had the opportunity to watch football at this level here. But also, too, you had a lot of people come out of the woodwork. People who'd watch the NFL, maybe not even know what soccer is, watch for the first time because they had the opportunity at a level that they could find enjoyable. Yeah, again, give it another 5 years. I do think the sport in the United States is going into a more positive direction. I also think another solution to the MLS could be the United States men's national team. If the United States men's national team is getting better and more people are watching that, I think it's going to have a effect on the MLS in general, too. Because when you have the men's national team just get battered for years on end when they're rebuilding, no one wants to watch that. But also, too, again, it goes back to Europe. If all the players on the men's national team are playing in Europe, what's the point of someone watching the MLS then? Maybe you got Zimmerman or center back if he's starting. Maybe you got a striker off the bench. But if a majority of players are in Europe, what's the investment for the MLS? I don't know. England, it's easy. You take the England national team, you look at where a lot of these England players are playing, it's in the Prem. The minority that those who call rugby football. Wait, rugby and football go back and forth between name? I didn't know that. 15th for the web app, apparently? That would be sick if that's the case. That'd actually make me really happy, because that's, what, 3 weeks away then? They should make the MLS like the NFL, split the league into smaller 4-team quadrants, where they play each other 3, maybe 4 times a year. Have other teams make up the other games. Then have longer playoffs over second leg, and then a final and neutral ground. Like one 4-team quadrant with the Galaxy, AFC, San Jose, Portland, and then another with... I would like that format. Yeah, I think that would be better than what it currently is. Why is rugby called football? Why is rugby called football? Oh, no. 2 different sports. American football is not rugby. We don't play rugby in the United States when we're talking about the NFL. Rugby is its own thing. Speaking about Zimmerman, by the way. But no, they're not the same sport. Those are 2 completely different sports. If you've never watched American football, the ball might look similar, but it's 2 different sports. It's not football. Or it's not rugby, I should say. I've never heard someone call rugby football. The only time I would see that is, like we were just saying, if someone from not the United States thought American football was rugby. But I've never seen someone in the United States think football was rugby, if that makes sense. Heavier pros in Europe, like your Pulisic and your Reina, that will inspire young Americans to play football. So in that way, future's promising. Yep, I 100% agree. And I think that's why when I talk about our youth development, I think with the kind of resources and money we have, you're already going to see a lot of these things taking place in the next 5 years. We're starting to see the fruits of kind of that labor. However, the issue we're running into in the United States, I don't think we're anywhere near maximizing that potential, because the issue is now money, right? A lot of these good players, it's great that they're great players, but a lot of them have money too, and that's the opportunities they're getting. There are a lot of kids who might not be from the most... have the most money in the world that don't get the opportunity to play at these club levels or go to these camps that you'll never find, that you could take a country like Mexico or take a country like Brazil, absolutely capitalize on. Brazil is probably the perfect example. No one better than Gabriel Jesus, right? Literally, him being in the World Cup, the last World Cup. A couple years before that, he was on the streets of Brazil. And if you haven't seen the story of kind of how he got to where he was, that would never happen in the United States for the most part. Does my head in when people say American football is like rugby? Yeah, I've watched some rugby. Enough to know they're definitely different, but... yeah, I had some guys I was friends with who played on our college rugby team. Watched a couple of their games. I see similarities, but similarities at most is what you could argue. Who was our duplicate? Was it Turner? A2 Plus is still good, bro. Question mark? It's been decently good for me. What's the difference between the two? Maybe look up a YouTube video of American football versus rugby. Could point out a lot of the differences. I don't really... I mean, I could sit here all day and explain a lot of the differences. Michael will probably do a better job than me if he wants to take that. Park 99 Ronaldo, a lot of good players, but I don't think it's still working. I mean, out of the last 10 we've done, I think like 7 of them have been special cards. Wow, they didn't update the badge yet, I see. Do you guys predominantly kick the ball or throw the ball? The only time the ball is kicked is for extra points, field goals, and punts. That's the only time you ever kick the ball. Majority is being thrown. Here we don't really have people call sports different things apart from AFL and football, but I grew up as an AFL player. Fell in love with football later, so it doesn't really bother me too much. Yeah, naming conventions are very weird. Like, I always find it funny how it's like I say Europeans, it's anyone who calls the sport football. If you, as a joke or seriously, get pissed at an American who calls it soccer, but genuinely loves the sport and sees it as a culture, I think you're attacking the wrong person. Because most of the time they call it soccer is because the people around them won't understand it unless they call it soccer. Plus, Britain was the one who called it soccer to begin with, so you got that, but... It's like the only reason people in the United States who actually love the sport call it soccer is because we have American football. Because if you say football, everyone's just confused. Rugby, there's a lot more kicking than American football. American football, the only time you kick is for a field goal or punt. You can't kick in open play in football where you can kick anytime. In rugby, like Mumbo said, the shape of the ball is where the similarities begin and end. Yeah. And the tackling. The dudes liking to get physical with each other. I'd say that's probably the same level. Dudes liking jumping on other dudes. They got that in common. Did that get submitted? That was weird. With my mates and other people, I call it soccer, but online I make sure to call it football. Is to not get flamed. That's how I was to start, but I genuinely call it football, so now it's not really an issue. It's more of an issue with like family and stuff. If I'm talking to family and I say football, they get confused. They're like, wait, soccer? And like they love the sport too, but they love it through watching their kids play it rather than them watching it themselves. Alright, see if BPM's still good. What if I was working American football? It's like Australian football or something, because I heard they can be really violent. You got a bunch of different things that could be flags, which would be called fouls elsewhere. Face mask, so anything to do with grabbing the face mask. Roughing the passer, so if you're a quarterback, the guy who's throwing the ball releases the ball, and the defense is very late to hitting him. You got that. You got your unsportsmanlike conduct sort of things. Delay a game if you take too much time to spike or set the ball. Hike the ball, as it's called. Got things like that. Unnecessary roughness if something happens on the field where someone goes way over the top for how extreme something had to be. Head-to-head contact, I believe, is still one. And can typically be an automatic ejection, I believe. But that's where my knowledge kind of goes to an end for American football. All right, I'm going to take my pre-workout, boys. We're going to still grind player picks. I'm going to make another 5 at least. So we'll keep doing player picks right now. I'll do some more BPM office stream. I know it's not the most fun thing to watch. If you have enjoyed the stream so far, do me a favor. Smack the like button. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes. We're currently 5 away. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe. We're going to stream for probably another 20-30 minutes or so. And then I really need to go work out. We'll not do a Twitch stream today, but we'll have a couple Twitch streams this week to make it up to you guys. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I'm just going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Also, fun Aussie footballing fact. Jack Rodwell. You guys might remember the name Jack Rodwell. If you're a City fan, if you're a Prem fan. Ages ago, Jack Rodwell played for City. Occasionally played for England. Didn't really play at the highest level enough to get too many appearances at the England national team level. Sunderland bought him for an outrageous amount of money to try to stay into the Prem. Did not work. Jack Rodwell in the Championship was on insane footballing player salaries. On top of that, I believe when we got relegated again, I can't remember, I'd have to look back. I believe he was still on contract their first year in League One. I'd have to rewatch Sunderland until I die because I can't remember that exact detail. Regardless, I hate him, but I have to thank him at the same time because he essentially, I don't know if I'd call it bankrupted Sunderland, but he was the issue with a lot of the finances at the club where we couldn't sign certain players. He wasn't playing for us either. He was faking injuries or exaggerating what he had. So, like, not only were we paying for him, he wasn't giving us any value. That led to the double relegation. And that led to kind of where Sunderland is now and what they had to rebuild from. So a huge part of me hates the fact that he did that to the club. However, I think there was a lot of problems underlying Sunderland, and he kind of just exposed them from his time there. And I would like to think, I know this isn't popular with everyone when it comes to you should want the best for your club. I ultimately think if Sunderland's going to get back to the Prem, this had to be the way it had to be done. When it came to Gaffer, we had to get someone in who knew how to play with the team. We went a while without having a Gaffer who really understood Sunderland. Management past that, when it comes to the club, how finances were being spent, what the manager was able to spend, I feel like all of that had to be wiped and start over. I feel like a lot of those players we had that were in the Prem that no longer wanted to play in the championship or just were getting old, didn't work anymore, had to get rid of all them. And we had to build from the ground up with the youth development that Sunderland has. Trust a lot of those guys who went through academy, built up, slowly worked their way through League One, found a rhythm, bought some players, made some good investments, and from there are now in a much better position than they were. Sunderland had Adam Johnson for a while. Yeah. Sunderland had... Is this going to spray? Hold on. Sunderland had Adam Johnson when he went to prison. This is going to spray everywhere. No? I thought it was gonna. My friend has pre-ordered FIFA Standard Edition on Xbox and it says it's owned, but when he goes onto it, it still gives him an option to pre-order it. If he goes to his library, it shows that it's downloadable in his library, but it gives him the countdown timer. He has it. It might be saying he can still pre-order, because it might want him to try to pre-order like the Ultimate Edition, would be my guess. However, if it's the standard version that it's saying it wants him to buy, if he clicks onto that, it should show him that he already has it. If he doesn't, again, I would look at library to see if he actually does. Alright, let's do a bunch of 700 bids again. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Same thing kind of happened to me on PlayStation. It was telling me I could still pre-order, and I was like, wait, what? It's like, oh, standard edition. Oh, cool. Reyna's back from injury. I think he got subbed on and Dortmund's lost at home this week. It'll be interesting to see Reyna, how he fits into the United States system as well. I'm very curious to see what formation we play. I feel like we have too many midfielders and not enough attackers with the way we want to play. I don't know what a starting 11 would look like. All I know is I think Aronson and Adams, McKennie are three that have guaranteed their spots so far. Pulisic, I think he has two, to a certain extent, but again, the question is going to be how much game time is Chelsea going to give him leading up to the World Cup? Ricky, what's up, buddy? How to grind? What, the 82 plus player picks? It is the pinned video in chat, buddy. I'd recommend from that video you kind of grind those ways. BPM's really good right now if you want to make coins especially. I'm kind of going the shortcut route on stream currently. We're trying to make 5 in a row. I'm just kind of mass bidding on everything and selling the duplicates. If you want to go that route too, you can, but you don't necessarily need to. How many squads of Salah have you completed using this grind? We are 9 squads into Salah, I believe. So we're halfway done. I just need foot captains and foot birthdays in terms of special cards. And then the other rating ones. So realistically, I could get these done with player picks. However, if we do get an 85 times 10 unlimited repeatable, it's already repeatable for 2. But if it goes to unlimited repeatable, every other card in the game will be able to get done at that point. But yeah, going back to Jack Radwell. Reason why I brought up Jack Radwell with Aussie football is he is currently in the A-League. I believe he's gotten tossed around to a different couple of A-League teams, but he is now playing his footballing career in A-League because, not to talk crap about the league, but no one else wants him. And he wants as much money as he can get. I think he's on pretty good salary there, too. Jack Rodwell salary. Yeah, after Sunderland, he went to Blackburn for a bit, played 1 game at Sheffield, then he went to A-League, played for the Western Sydney Wanderers, and then now he's at Sydney FC. Bez yet to make an appearance. Yeah, he played 3 times from 2011 to 13 for England's top level national team. He played a bit throughout the youth system of U16 through 21. Yeah, utterly he was a disappointment. Alright, I think we have 3 more to make after this, boys, and then we'll open them up and see what we can get. Three more. Alright, one last round of mass bidding on common golds and lib golds. You guys have never had, it's my first time having it, Ghost Energy. They make canned versions, and this one's sour watermelon. And it's phenomenal. I'm going to start getting this when I go to gas stations. It is that good. Why'd you text me? Going for a run back by the park patch just in case I get abducted. That's where I was. Sounds good. She said home. Okay, she didn't die. Alright, I think we need a total of what? If we need 3 more, we need 15 commons. I think we would have won 15 out of this. We can always just buy now if we need more. Let's go for the libs. And really, I'm looking at the coins we spent today. I'd have to go back and look and see what is in our club, what is on our transfer list, those tradable gold rares that we packed, the walkouts, the boards, the consumables. I believe we started the stream on, I think, like 1.6 mil. If anyone remembers or could go back for a second, let me know. What did we start the stream on? We have gotten so much value untradeable today. On top of that, we have so many tradable things yet to sell that even though we were literally buying these out and completing these, you might honestly be pretty close to break even. It's kind of crazy to think about. Because I thought for sure we'd be losing a lot of coins with this. Not to mention I'm sitting on a bunch of bronze cards in the club too we could sell on. Alright, let's keep going. Perfect. Alright, almost there, guys. I would say probably 4 minutes we'll have this done. So we'll open in about 4 minutes. Crow, what's up, buddy? How you doing today, man? Have I done Liwa? I haven't done him yet. I might do him. Again, it depends on if we get the 85 times 10 repeatable unlimited tomorrow. Reason why I say that is Lee was the kind of player who looks really good, but at this point in the game, one, I'm not playing a lot of gameplay anyways, and two, I'm very happy with the team we have. So if anything, a lot of these players would be bench players or rotation. If we get the 85 times 10 repeatable, we'll do everything. We'll just literally anything that comes out, we'll be able to grind on streams. However, if it doesn't come out, Lee was the type of player where I'm not really worrying about too much if we get him done. He doesn't look too difficult to do, but in general, I'm kind of done with my team. I spent 200K. Own him because he's my favorite player. GG. Hopefully you get a lot out of him in this last month, man. Truly. Hopefully you play a lot before 23. I wanted a Thiago Silva special card towards the end of FIFA 23. Or FIFA 22. Now I kind of changed my mind. Now I'm hoping they don't give him one. And I'm hoping he gets something in the first couple promos next year. Where he could be decent rated. Like if we could get a 90 plus rated Thiago Silva, like a couple months in the game where I have the rest of the year to kind of play with them, that would be the most ideal thing for me. Why is everyone putting pressure on the repeatable coming out tomorrow? Because the repeatable is the really only thing holding people still onto this game in terms of worth a grind at this point. The reason why people were putting on so much emphasis on tomorrow is it was supposed to be last week in a lot of people's minds, but they made it 2 times instead of 1. So now you can do it twice a day. So now the question is going to be tomorrow, when it expires, are we going to get it unlimited repeatable? Is it going to come back with 3 a day, 4 a day? What is kind of their plan? And kind of off of what they give us, we get an idea of what we can expect for the rest of the year. If it is unlimited repeatable, what that kind of means for the market is it's a free-for-all at that point. Everyone gets unlimited packs, essentially. People can do whatever they want to do. It becomes a pack opening simulator, but with less than a month to go before we start getting our hands on kind of like the web app and stuff, it is like the perfect time of year for a lot of people. All the people who got into the game late are being able to make their dream teams. Content creators like me, my grind is very easy. I just come on and I open packs, and that's what people love watching the most. So it's like a win-win. Honestly, if they did 3 a day, I wouldn't be too disappointed in the sense of I think 3 a day would give enough fodder to get a lot of the stuff done that people need to do. However, as a content creator, it'd be an L. Because as a content creator, I want to be able to do it unlimited. That means I can stream longer. That means people would want to watch longer. So my hopes is on tomorrow. Do I think it's actually going to happen? Hopefully. We'll see. Got 30K from the bronze pack method. Yeah, BPM's really good right now. All right, dudes, here we go. Our final 5 player picks of the stream. If you guys did enjoy it today, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. We will be back tomorrow with more of a grind. But for now, let's see what these last 5 have in store. Okay. I'll take the 93 there because we have Team of Seasons already. Okay, I'll take Lloris. Visca. I feel like doing it in groups of 5 gives you the best luck. I don't know why. I feel like 5's the way to go. But yeah, 3 walkouts, 2 special cards, 1 board, and 182. We will continue to do Salah. I will probably try to snipe some foot birthdays to get that done. Do the foot captains or something off stream. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. Make sure if you guys aren't a part of our Discord already, free to join. I'll link my Discord in chat. Also, I'll link my Twitch as well. We will not be live on Twitch today, but typically a couple times throughout the week after our YouTube streams, we do transition over to twitch.tv/MumboElite. We typically do things like Minecraft, career mode, Kahoots, IRL stuff, listening to music, kind of whatever bonus content we feel like that day we end up doing. So if you want another place to watch us live, Twitch is going to be the extra streams. Once the new Call of Duty comes out, you can expect us to do like search and destroy and stuff like that on there. I'm doing the 85x10 right now. Good luck, buddy. Put in Discord what you get, man. All right, see you guys.